basically me doing stuff by myself. And I've always done stuff in terms of video by myself. So, for example, I went to a park. This was the first time I got a gimbal, and I bought a Sony camera because I finally was like, I got some money. I'm gonna do this, and I got a Sony A6300. I still have trying to sell it. So if anyone wants, but this was the first time I was like, okay, let me try it. Oh, I put log two, tried to change the colors, just slapped a LUT, and it looks pretty decent. Like, so I was really happy and just uh, kept making more videos. I'm gonna check if this is working. Okay, so uh, what else did I do? Yeah, I just kept vlogging, then eventually buying new equipment, doing more freelance work. Uh, what else did I do? Um, yeah, just getting doing reviews. I did like for my son. I was, of course, when you hear about the what's his name, Ryan's Toys review, and you've got a kid. Obviously, you're like inspired. You're like, you know what? Maybe I can do it, or maybe not, because it's super tough. But it's again, uh, it's pushing you to be that one man show, and I think it's really important because especially if you're in Dubai, and I see a lot on. So, for example, there's a big Facebook group called UAE Media Freelancers. That's how I got my next job, which is with a media company, and I've been with them for 3 years. But the reason why I've been with them for 3 years is because I'm able to adapt and be quick, and especially in Dubai, that's what they want. And this is again the type of company you're with, and the type of people you, I guess, surround yourself with. Or, I mean, again, it depends on each person. I also think being a videographer doesn't mean you just stick to, oh, I'm good with lights, oh, I'm good with gear, oh, like that's it, I'm good at video editing. Like, you have to be flexible, you have to adapt. So, for example, I'm learning live streaming. Is that something that's part of my resume? No. Is it something I'm learning on a day to day basis? Yes, because live streaming is becoming so important. It's the middle tier, basically. So if back then you would probably spend on a documentary or a commercial, now people are spending on restreaming. So I've got some live streams on, let's say, using OBS or using Restream Studio, which I'm using now, and learning how to be quicker and faster, because that's basically what a videographer has to do now. Have now become a content creator. You're not, oh, I made this amazing piece of art. It's a short video about whatever, Imar. Like, they don't care. They want to know if that video is gonna get them people to buy something or to visit an MR property. That's just an example. But what I'm saying is that's what most clients want. They want, especially in Dubai, if you're an agency or a big company or a group of companies, that's what they want to do. They'll have a marketing team and they'll look at the numbers, um, and they'll see, okay, did this post or this video, uh, you know, do well for us? If you posted it on Facebook, how many likes did we get, how much was the reach, how many impressions, all that stuff. Was it a boosted ad? Like they would rather put their money or their budget into that rather than a really epic video about, I don't know, maybe it's about a property, maybe it's about some new skin line, I don't know. But it's important to basically adapt, to be a one man show, and to learn like marketing and uh, how to promote yourself and do new things. Like right now it's really big. I'm sure if you're a videographer, you're gonna see a lot of video guys on Instagram do, you know, split screens. I don't have my phone right now, but basically on the top it's, or we can go to Instagram right now. So for example, these guys are a media company, uh, which is, they're good, uh, but they don't have any split screen stuff. So what I mean is like, let's say Cal Visuals. So if you see this, this is what I mean by split screen. So he'll show the final shot, and then you have behind the scenes uh, of what he's doing, and then you've got the description. So this is really important because, I mean, as you can tell, he's a one man show because he's on the camera and he's got some guy filming BTS. Now, eventually, you could be the main dude, which is Cal or me, because that's literally what I do, except I'm on a gimbal. And then I've got someone to help me who's doing behind the scenes. Now, of course, I don't do music videos. I do. Let's see if the company I worked for posted anything. Okay, they haven't posted, but I do social stuff like this. Now I haven't edited this. Sorry, I haven't done the video, as in because these guys are in Saudi, but I had to edit it, which is basically like split screens, and you don't even need um, what's the word to use? You don't even need like super like, oh wow, the lighting is amazing. Like that's the thing about being a one man show is, today, especially with clients, they, I mean, some of them might know the difference, but most of the time they don't really see or can tell if you're having a red camera or if you are a Sony camera or a Canon camera. It doesn't matter. Now, to me, it matters because I can tell, and I want the codecs, video codecs, and that's why you buy an expensive camera like the one I'm using right now, because I want to learn how to be a cinematographer or a director of photography. So again, when you're starting out, it's better to learn, I would personally think it's better to learn how to do this type of stuff, which is being a one man show, meaning you learn how to do video editing, you learn how to do lighting, you learn how to do marketing, you learn how to do how to get clients, um, and then you get the big freaking expensive camera. Now, because I've saved up, that's where I got the, the, the expensive camera, and then obviously I'm learning stuff again because with the expensive camera comes new features. So like learning how to do S-Log 2, S-Log 3, uh, learning how to use log footage. I mean, uh, eventually get better lights because I'm like, oh, okay, now I've got this fancy camera. Let's do some cool stuff. So, but at the start and even in the middle, which is pretty much where I am going into now. I'm in the phase of going into, like, okay, I'm kind of done being a videographer. On my phase, I want to move. I want to push to the next step, which is being a cinematographer. Which is now I need to, uh, in Dubai at least, start doing more uh, outreach. So like going into your Instagram and following the right people, or just messaging, you know, DPs or whoever, or producers or whoever you see on in Dubai. Hashtag search for hashtag Dubai, or hashtag Dubai videographer, Dubai cinematographer. Reach out to them or see what they're doing. Follow them, like their stuff, and then try to interact with them. And then hopefully someone will reach out, or they like your work, and then you try to you just try to meet or reach out and see who bites first, and you try to get that going. And if they don't, no issues, because it hasn't happened to me. I'm still gonna use my super camera, and for example, I'm gonna meet someone tomorrow and do something that hopefully will be awesome. And if it doesn't matter, because I'm again going into that phase of uh, like how I did with my Nikon 3200, which is I don't care. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna make videos, not content. For me, it's a personal thing about making videos. I just like making videos. Doesn't have to have a gimbal. I never had a gimbal before. I used to uh, manual focus because the Nikon cameras had crap focus. So you work with what you have, and then you just keep being a better one man show, because I'm a good one man show, or one man crew. I'm able to check even two cameras. So I'll be on a gimbal, and I've got my camera A on sticks. I'm on camera B doing gimbal work, doing an intro for a video, for example, and then okay, cut, we're done, on to the next. Just switch off my camera A on the sticks, go with the host somewhere to some, start eating food or whatever. I could probably show you that. Uh, so so for example, yeah. Um, so let's say, yeah, stuff like this where I make vertical videos because that's part of my job, but it's also on landscape and it's also square. So that's about, you know, especially in Dubai, being a one man show means, or a one man videographer, one man crew, video team, whatever you want to call me. Like, it's not just about, oh, okay, I'm just gonna make films, and like, you, most of the stuff you're gonna do is for marketing purposes or for companies. So uh, now the drone shots are not mine, but all these shots with the talking and the food, and it's, I would say, 3 hours of work because of different locations. But I mean, getting these shots was not easy because number one, the heat. So that's the thing about Dubai. It's the heat. The heat will kill you. That's for sure. So this day was 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 hot, and the gimbal batteries died on me when we got there. Luckily, I had a spare gimbal on me. Uh, but yeah, that was insane. So just a bit of what it is to, or how to be a videographer in Dubai. Uh, you can check out my page. It is HIRABABEAT. And that is about it, guys. It's a long one. That's 42 minutes of me rambling and talking and whatever. But I haven't posted the video in a long time. The wife is ranting now. I'm gonna have to stop this, but hopefully I can make small VOD cuts about today's video. And that's another thing about uh, live streaming and being a videographer. It's not just about, what's the word to use, making these crazy videos and like everything's amazing and you have to, it has to look all super awesome. I get that. There are people who do that, like Matt Devella and all, but there is also people who just want to get it out there, get the message across, like what I'm trying to do. Whether it be a live stream where and no one's watching, it doesn't matter, because then I'm gonna take this live stream, cut it up on YouTube Studio, uh, and then just create more content out of that. Woohoo! All right, guys, I'm out, and I'll see you hopefully on the next one. Peace.